Top 10 corrupt politicians that destroyed Nigeria. Good day guys, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell icon. Nigeria as a country has been labeled corrupt. Nigeria as a country is one of the headquarters of internet scam. Nigeria as a country is a country that has been known for a series of embezzlements and mismanagement of public fund. According to the International Corruption Index, Nigeria, alongside Afghanistan, rank the top 2 when it comes to the most corrupt nation in the world. According to Panama Papers in 2022, the paper showed a lot of leaked networks of offshore accounts and tax evasion schemes that are used by a lot of politicians in Nigeria. On the area of corruption scandals, you talk about the subsidy removal scandal that runs in trillions of naira. You talk about crude oil stealing scandals that runs in billions of naira. You talk about the Halliburton scandal. You talk about infrastructural scandals that is ongoing in several states of Nigeria. This very video, we take a look at top 10 politicians that set the standard for the modern day corruption that we are seeing in Nigeria. At the number 10, we have Chimar Nnamani. Chimar Nnamani was born on the 2nd of July 1960 in Nkanu East, Enugu State, Nigeria. At the time of his upbringing, his parents were both financially and politically influential in the community of Enugu State. Chimar Nnamani pursued his education at notable institutions, including the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in English and literary studies. Chimar Nnamani furthered his education at the University of Ibadan, earning a master's degree in public administration. Throughout his career, Chimar Nnamani held several influential political positions. He served as the governor of Enugu State, Nigeria, from 1999 till 2007. Some of the things that characterized the governorship of Chimar Nnamani were money laundering, increase in cultism, and then political thuggery and intimidation. Chimar Nnamani's developmental projects in Enugu State were one-sided. Over 90% of the development initiative were shifted to his local government. His reign as the governor of Enugu State was a reign of terror. Nobody dared to speak up. If you speak, they will start looking for you the next day. Chimar Nnamani is a tyrant that kept the people of Enugu State under perpetual fear for basically 8 years. Chimar Nnamani was called by the EFCC on the 3rd of December 2017 on the case of money laundering. Chimar Nnamani was allegedly said to have laundered 50 billion naira into some offshore accounts and foreign accounts, through which the money can become untraceable. At the number 9, we have Rotimi Amaechi. Rotimi Amaechi, who was born on the 27th of May 1965 in Ubima, Ikwere local government area, Rivers State, Nigeria. He was born to Mr. and Mrs. Amaechi, and his family background had a modest financial status. Amaechi received his education at the University of Port Harcourt, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in English Studies and Literature. He later pursued further studies at the University of Lagos, earning a master's degree in English Literature. Throughout his political career, Amaechi held several significant positions. He served as the governor of Rivers State, Nigeria, from the year 2007 to the year 2015. The reign of Amaechi is a reign that is characterized by a lot of money laundering exercise, theft of oil products, and then a lot of marginalization of less privileged people. Can you imagine that after the governorship tenure of Rotimi Amaechi, it was alleged that he embezzled 96 billion naira, money belonging to Rivers State? At that very moment, Amaechi was the Minister of Transportation under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. It is important to note that Amaechi collaborated with some stakeholders in Nigeria to sponsor the presidential election of President Muhammadu Buhari. an election that Amaechi spent over 40 billion naira. Buhari compensated him with that ministerial position, and when the issue of his money laundering and embezzlement fraud allegations were brought upon, the Supreme Court of Nigeria was given a strict order to drop that very case. The rule of law was boycotted, and the common masses, people like you and I, were watching this thing happen, losing faith in the judiciary system of Nigeria. At the number 8, we have Godswill Akpabio. Godswill Akpabio, who was born on the 9th of December 1962 in Okana Ekot, Ntuem, Esien Idum, local government area of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. He was born into a modest family and experienced a humble upbringing. Akpabio pursued his education at the University of Calabar, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in law. He later attended the Nigerian Law School and was later called to the Nigerian bar as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Throughout his political career, Akpabio held several prominent positions. He served as the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, from 2007 to 2015. During his tenure, Akpabio focused on infrastructural development, education, and healthcare. All these were in his manifesto, but Akpabio couldn't even achieve 30% of all the promises he made to the people of Akwa Ibom. Currently, he is the Senate President of Nigeria. Akpabio is involved in a lot of corruption scandals. As a Senate President, Akpabio doesn't even obey the legislative procedure before decisions are being made. Decision that affects the life of Nigerians. Akpabio doesn't even care what anyone has to say. At the number 7, we have Godwin Obaseki, who was born on the 1st of July 1957 in Benin City, Edo State. He attended the University of Ibadan, where he obtained a Bachelor of Science in Arts. He pursued a career in finance and investment banking. He was once the chairman of Edo State Economic and Strategy Team under the leadership of the then governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole. Godwin Obaseki was imposed on the people after the tenure of Adams Oshiomhole. No wonder why, when it comes to road development in Nigeria, Benin is one of the worst places to ply as an individual that commutes with his or her car. Infrastructural development in Benin City is so poor, and these are things that exposes the corrupt nature of the governor of that very state. Godwin Obaseki has been known for a lot of scandals that trade his administration. His political aides are involved in a lot of EFCC related issues that runs in tunes of 100 million, 200 million. Godwin Obaseki is alleged to have looted the sum of 40 billion naira from the money that is meant for the development of Edo State. At the number 6, we have Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai. El-Rufai is a Nigerian politician, a technocrat, and an author that was born on the 16th of February 1960 in Daudawa, Katsina State. El-Rufai studied quantity survey at Ahmadu Bello University and a master's degree in public administration from Harvard University. El-Rufai from 2003 to 2007 was the minister of FCT under the leadership of President Olusegun Obasanjo. In 2015, El-Rufai became the governor of Kaduna. El-Rufai is one of the most corrupt governors that we have in Nigeria. That's not just the case. El-Rufai is one of the governors that has led for the Islamization of Nigeria, a country that has freedom to religious worship. At the number 5, we have the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. Olusegun Obasanjo is a prominent Nigerian statesman. He is a military officer and a politician. He was born on the 5th of March 1937 in Abeokuta. Olusegun Obasanjo rose to the ranks of a general and served as the head of state from 1976 to 1979. After the 1999 transition to civilian rule, Obasanjo was elected the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it was in his tenure that he instituted the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC. But shockingly, after Nuhu Ribadu was expelled as the chairman of the EFCC, further interrogations were set into motion, and it was discovered that Olusegun Obasanjo was actually more corrupt than the late General Sani Abacha. According to Nuhu Ribadu, Olusegun Obasanjo is very good at covering his tracks. He will siphon billions of naira, and he will have a way of retiring the money, and it will appear as legitimate as anything you can think of. At number 4, we have late General Sani Abacha. Late General Sani Abacha was the de facto president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from 1993 to 1998. Sani Abacha was born on the 20th of September 1943 in Kano State, Nigeria. After he seized power in a military coup in 1993, he began reigning as the head of state of Nigeria. His reign as the head of state was marked by authoritarian dictating of how things are run. His reign was marked by human rights abuse. His reign was marked by widespread corruption. Late General Sani Abacha is a man that is good at oppressing the media. He is a man that is good at prosecuting political oppositions. Nobody dared to say anything. Late General Sani Abacha is a man that made people to understand that fundamental human rights is something that can never be attained during his tenure as the head of state. Late General Sani Abacha is a man that has embezzled the highest amount of money in the history of Nigeria. At the number 3, we have Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike, who was born on the 24th of December 1967 in Rumu Eperekom, Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. He attended the University of Port Harcourt, where he studied law. Wike is a lawyer as well as a politician. Wike served under the public and private sector practicing law before he was given an employment under the administration of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in the Ministry of Education. Nyesom Wike in 2015 became the governor of Rivers State after he was swindled into position by Rotimi Amaechi, the former governor of the state. Nyesom Wike was imposed on the people. Nyesom Wike is a man that has embezzled billions of state fund. Nyesom Wike is a man that is bold, a man that lacks any form of being intimidated. Nyesom Wike lacks fear. Nyesom Wike is a man that can never obey the standardized rule of law and mode of operation as a governor. Nyesom Wike recently is demanding for the 25% of every revenue that is made in Rivers State. Why? Because he paid 20 billion naira for the present governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, to be instituted as the governor. Nyesom Wike single-handedly boycotted every electoral process in Rivers State just to make sure that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is sworn in as the president of the federation. Nyesom Wike has violated a lot of human rights. He is a man that has stepped above his boundary. Nyesom Wike is a man that thinks that he's untouchable by the law. At the number 1, the Oga Patapata of them all, the only person that is a female in his certificate, but in reality he's a male. The only person that has dual citizenship, but is still sworn in as the president of the federation. The only person that rigged election in every state of the federation. The only person that has the Supreme Court judges at his beck and call. The only man that can do and undo in this very federation, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is at the number 1 spot. Tinubu has a lot of criminal and contradicting scandals that should have prevented him from being the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But Tinubu has made us to understand that a man with money can achieve anything in Nigeria. That the rule of law is null and void for any man that has money. Tinubu has made us to realize that with money, men that are perceived to have integrity can be bought.